Welcome to Rethink Gaming's Tuesday Night RPGs featuring Curse of Strahd played through Discord and Fantasy Grounds. Thanks as always to Sirenscape for the amazing atmosphere and music. Make sure you check them out at www.sirenscape.com. You've just got to be using it at your table. If you want to support this content, please consider joining us on Patreon or checking out Rethink Gaming on DM's Guild. Let's begin. When last we met, the party had just bravely conquered the windmill, the old bone grinder windmill, having lain waste to two of the three hags that had taken up in that location. Let's get our map up here. Why is it all musically? Not yet. Not yet, Sirenscape. Not yet. All right. So, old bone grinder, top floor. You just killed the second hag, freed the children, and were searching the premises. Where would we like to go from here?
Let's just we have the kids, right? We found two kids.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
we have Rolesk on kid duty.
Okay.
Yes, there are two children, a boy and a girl.
Well, do we want to wait here for what's her face to get back?
Where did
Or-
the one lady say she was going?
The town of Barovia. Our next
Where did
destination.
these kids come from?
I believe they also came from the town of Barovia. We could ask though.
Well, yeah.
Say wait here for her because I don't think opening combat is encouraged in the middle of Barovia.
I mean, we basically have like proven evidence that she's bad. I mean, I'm still up for waiting.
Here.
Yeah, I think waiting here is the better option because what are the chances that we'll run into her between here and there?
Yeah, I agree.
Where would you like to wait?
Do you want to ambush her on the first floor and like take her hostage, ask questions, or do you just want to just bippity boppity be gone?
I don't think we really need to ask questions. I think she was obviously, one of them was obviously like kidnapping children and using them for not so savory things. So they're definitely not good people, and that's why we killed two of them already. So
Okay.
I don't feel the need to question.
Fair enough.
So downstairs?
Yeah, let's just like chill on the first floor.
What do we want to do with the kids? Do we want to have
The kids could just stay on like the second floor or something, out of harm's way.
Okay.
They can wait for us. See, I think I'm going to position myself kind of at the far edge of the room here, away from the entrance.
Valoff, do you want to switch places with Archibald, or do you want to be up front?
I would like to switch places with Archibald. Actually, not even with Archibald. I want to go back here.
Yeah.
I will let Archibald stand in the front, and I will be far away from everything.
And I suppose Rolesk will want to be a bear.
Bear does seem to be his go-to, although seeing him be a dire chicken once or twice would not be unpleasant.
Yeah, that could be fun.
I can second that motion.
Alright, so we're going to make him a bear.
Ah, he's a bear!
Goodness.
Nice.
It's quite large.
There.
That is a big bear.
Okay.
And I guess we're just gonna wait here.
Should we all ready in action for when we see her, and just let it rip?
I think I think we should close the door and then just like ready for when she opens the door.
Okay, so let's do this. Then you will have time to take a short rest. So I'm gonna mark
Okay.
that in now. Of course, I think everybody leveled, so maybe it doesn't matter. But Archibald and Kylie both have damage on them.
Were we supposed to level for finishing the windmill?
Oh, that's right. No, not yet. Because
Okay.
you've got to kill the third one.
Got it.
Okay.
Right. Anyway. So if you want to do that short rest hit die spending thing, you certainly can.
I don't believe I took any damage in
I've
that.
taken some damage, but I'm not too worried about it, you know? I'm only missing 11.
That's fair.
That's a fair chunk of my health. If
That
I
well
were just
that's
missing 11 health.
that's less than 1/3 of my health, and I'm not really worried about it since
See,
the
you're
plan
looking
is
at
to
that
be
the wrong way, Justin. That is more
yeah,
than a quarter of your health, though.
only barely.
I mean,
Not only Barry.
Okay. So if you want to do the hit die spending thing, you can. You don't have to. You can save them. Do we have any other preparation we want to do before the fighting?
How long is it technically that we're going to be here until she gets back? Because that
Probably a
is,
couple of hours.
would it be like 4 hours?
Sure.
Okay, then I'm technically getting a long rest.
But you still
The-
have to be uninterrupted for an 8-hour period, even though you don't have to be resting the entire time.
Is it? No, I thought because I was an elf, I just get the half rest, right?
I don't think so. Again, it could be the case.
This is what I'm looking at right now. Um, Elves don't need to sleep. Instead, they meditate deeply, remaining semi-conscious 4 hours a day. After resting this way, you gain the same benefit a human does from 8 hours of sleep. So if it does end up being 4 hours, that is what I'd like to do, but I don't know. Actually, I wouldn't know, so no, I'm just not gonna do it because there's no way I would be able to tell.
We can do it if you want to do it. I'll let you.
Now I feel like it'd be too on edge just waiting for her to actually go into a trance the whole
Okay.
time. So I don't think it's feasible for it to actually happen.
Okay. Well, definitely we'll do inspiration for that playing a character. All right. So, any other preparation that we want to make?
Um, I guess we could set ready actions for when she comes through the door. Do we want to just like chuck everything at her right when she walks in?
We're closing the door, correct?
Yeah, yeah, Greg, can you?
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like as like soon as she walks in the door, we should just like hit her with as much stuff as possible. You know?
It's gonna be super awkward if somebody else enters.
Well, we just like, you know, I
very
don't know.
careful with words you're ready action.
Yeah. Yeah, we just like take, a second to see if it's actually her that's walking through the door, and if it's her, then well, we open fire.
So as soon as we can confirm that it is her, we're just gonna smoke her.
Yeah. As soon
Yeah.
as it's confirmed that it's her,
Got it.
throwing any spells or projectiles and smacking any melee weapons into her.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. Well, After a short time, a certain old lady comes home. She is completely surprised to find you all standing in her doorway. Please roll initiative.
Okay.
I don't think that was the right spot. Doesn't not count. Oh, there. Yeah.
Oops, that's the party sheet, not the combat track.
Well, it ain't looking good for us, boys. Oh boy.
Well, it's okay.
Okay. We'll begin combat with Del.
Dell. All right. I'm going to take a couple pot shots at her with the longbow,
All right.
and I am going to use one of my arcane shots. I just got back up from the short rest. I'm gonna use the what is it technically called? It's the one that makes it to where she takes damage if she moves. We'll apply that, and then we'll do this,
Nice.
and then the second attack, and this one will just be a normal arrow.
Okay.
Oof.
Every little bit helps.
And that's me.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get super angry.
Okay.
I'm gonna attempt to prune her. And on that one, and on the extra attack. And that one does not prune her either. Alright, and next.
All right, so I'm just gonna throw my psychic blade at her. All right, I'm gonna try again.
Boys. Boys.
Well, that's me.
Boys.
All right. Some bare necessities here. First up, the claw, miss. Then the bite, hit. Whoops, sorry. Cause turn.
Okay. I'm going to chuck a mind spike at her.
Please do.
Success. Well, she'll still take half. So. Okay. Not bad. That's me.
Okay.
Did it. Okay.
All right. So she's shed her disguise. She's visibly a hag. And she's going to throw Ray of Enfeeblement at the bear. She does hit.
Oof.
He is now enfeebled. Del.
Wait, when that happened, the bear's portrait got resized.
All right. More arrows. Yay, arrows.
At least someone's hitting.
And another. And you know what? I don't think I did enough damage there. Oh no, wait, I can't accent church because it wasn't right. Okay, that's me.
Okay, so she failed her concentration save, and Rolesk is no longer enfeebled.
Right.
Attempt to burn her again. And again.
She's very pruning resistant.
There we go. Is burning resistance a feat I can take? Alright, that's my turn.
All right. Well, everybody is actively in front of me now, but
So remember, you have that new thing where if you only want to throw one blade, you can use your bonus and cunning action on giving yourself advantage.
yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna try throwing one blade at advantage.
It's a steady aim business.
Hit.
Well, it worked.
Would that also still proc sneak attack?
It does. Anytime you have advantage, you're eligible for sneak attack. But
Oh,
you also have
dropped it.
people in melee with her anyway. So.
All right, and that will be me.
Cool. I do wish bear things are like not quite as good as they were before. For me. But that's okay. So the claw is successful. Then here comes the bite, which is a miss.
Okay. I think it's just second verse, same as the first, honestly. It's pretty effective, so. Even if she succeeds.
Nice.
Okay.
Alright. I think in this case we're going to throw some magic missile. She gets how many? I guess just 3. Odd or even? Even. So just gonna throw these all 3 at Archibald. 2, 3.
Good tanking,
Alright.
Archibald.
Alright. I was looking at it. I can use action surge, so she's gonna get hit 4 times this turn.
Haha.
You can, yes.
Never mind. So that's a crit miss. So who do you want the damage on?
Just roll again to see if you hit Rolesk.
Okay. Just roll in chat.
Yeah. Yeah. Put the damage on the bear.
The bear.
The bear.
Oh.
He
Alright.
roars.
The second shot. Wait, that's not it. This is it. Gosh, that was just unlucky. Action surge because I needed this turn for damage.
Alright.
There we go. Yeah, we are. And then second shot of second action. The 23. And that's me.
Okay.
Alright.
Nice.
Ooh!
That's prune.
That's what we needed.
A nice heavy prune. Oh,
Good
23
big prune.
damage.
The axe sinks deep into her collarbone. She shrieks in pain.
Again. I'm not gonna do it again.
It was an unsettling shriek.
Ooh. Bella's turn.
Alright. I think I'm going to do the same thing. Go ahead and give myself advantage on this attack also.
Didn't need it.
Literally got the same on both. Alright.
Okay.
And then I'll call that my turn.
Claw hits for some damage. Ah, she goes down.
Hey.
It's no kill like overkill.
Right? Okay. My sound is going here, but that's fine. She is deceased. Now this would level you up. Clearing the bone grinder will take you to level 6, I guess.
Nice.
Hey.
So I click here, and then I click here.
Yeah, because you got 1 level for finding the
Nice.
amulet, 1 level for returning the first of the gems, and now 1 level for clearing the bone grinder. You
We've
guys
had to
want to do
gain
that?
some levels in there
You
between.
want to do that now, or you want to take a short break and do that now, or do we want to do it at the end?
Mine'll
mean-
just take me a couple minutes myself, so.
Yeah, it shouldn't take too long for most of us. I've already got my levels planned out for the next couple levels.
Okay, we'll just pause here for a minute. We'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. Everybody's leveled up as best of our ability. Our druid friend's not here, so he may want to make some changes, and that's totally fine. But it's all done. So you've rested, caught your breath. You feel more powerful. What do you want to do now?
Well, I guess find out where the kids are from, and then either take them there on the way to Barovia, or
When
drop 'em off.
Rolesk was talking to the children earlier, they did say they were from Barovia. The boy's Freak, he's 7. The girl Myrtle is 5. They wish to be taken to Ismark and Irina.
Sounds, you know, altruistic. Let's do that.
Ominous music. Wow. That's not bode well.
Maybe we shouldn't be talking to the kids.
Oh, frick.
Alright, so you are presently at the little red speck just south of Lake Sarovich. Heading to the town of Barovia will mean winding down the path along where you can see the castle again, past where you had your fortunes read, past the death house, and all the way into the east. Is that what we wish to do?
Do we have any other direction at this point?
I don't think so,
Like
no.
where I wanted to go, yeah.
I vote Barovia.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see if we find anything interesting on our way. Oops. Ah, would you stop? No,
Them's a
stop it.
That's a lot of birds.
Okay. Do you love it when the chart leads you to another chart? Very sorry.
No problem.
Could have sworn it was here in the appendix. Ah, yes, here we go. Okay, while traveling down the road, one of the children trips over a wineskin that was cast just off the edge of the road.
Interesting. Oh.
Did we get a long rest for level up, by the way?
Yeah, we'll click that button. Sure.
Okay, thank you. Um, I guess I'll go ahead and oh,
Okay.
I guess I'll check out the wineskin, see if I can see maybe if it belonged to somebody or what's going on with it.
All right. It does appear to be a pretty ordinary wineskin from initial inspection. You want to see if there's anything magical about it?
Yeah, sure. I'll throw an arcana at it.
Unclear.
Okay. Anyone else want to
Does
check?
our friendly neighborhood alcohol enthusiast Rolesque want to take a look at it?
Sure. What has he got? He just not gonna know a lot about it either, but we can try. Yeah, no. I don't know, guys.
It's just an unmarked wineskin. Nothing.
Yeah, it's
No.
made of an unusual leather with a cork stopper on a string.
Said unusual. Like unusual in what way? Like it feels weird or like
Yeah, it's
it
very
would be.
smooth and black. It's almost oily.
I'll take a look at it. I'll see if I can find anything interesting about it. Skills. Um, we'll do Arcana. I want to look
Okay.
into the arcane nature of it. Foop.
Okay. You are detecting traces of transmutation and necromantic magic. It's very faint.
Is it coming from the outside of it or from the inside of it particularly?
From the weave of the item itself.
Got it. Is there a stream nearby somewhere?
Yes.
Is
Can
there
I?
wine already in this
Yes.
wineskin?
Oh, okay. Well,
So
that's
it's
there's stuff.
full.
Is it? Can I just like pour it on like a patch of grass nearby
Sure.
and see what happens?
You get wine on grass. Grassy wine.
Mm, I don't like it. I don't. It's weird. I mean, we could keep it.
Do you want to try filling it up? I'm assuming that's what you were gonna say.
If there was, I thought it was empty, so I was just gonna fill it up
Yeah.
and see if it changed the properties of
Well,
whatever was in it.
it's empty now.
I don't think I wanted to pour all of the wine, but if we did,
Oh.
that's fine.
No, that's fine.
I
It's
just wanted to see if
3/4
anything
of the
coming
way
out of
full.
it was different.
Yeah, the wine has no unusual smell. It smells like a strong vintage.
I'm not brave enough to drink that.
Let's hang on to it until we get back to our wine connoisseur friends over at the winery.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea.
Like a good idea.
I guess we should probably just go ahead and head on our way then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it is not a long walk. But along the way, you come across an old wooden gallows, creaking in a chill wind that blows down from the high ground to the west. A frayed length of rope dances along its beam. A well-worn road splits here. The signpost opposite the gallows points off in 3 directions. Barovia Village to the east, Serpool to the northwest, and Ravenloft/Valaki to the southwest. The northwest fork slants down and disappears into the trees, and you'll remember this is where you visited to have your card reading done. The southwest fork clinging to an upward slope. Across from the gallows, a low wall, crumbling in places, partially encloses a small plot of graves enshrouded in the fog.
Does it look like these gallows have been used recently?
No, they're in pretty extreme disrepair.
Okay. You guys have any interest in anything here, or?
Yeah, this seems pretty par for the course in this area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't really have anything piquing it.
Maybe we should just head to the village of Barovia then.
Yeah, let's just follow the signs to Barovia.
Okay. As you go to leave, you hear a creaking noise behind you, coming from the gallows. Where there was nothing there before, now hangs a lifeless, gray body. The breeze turns the hanged figure slowly, so it can fix its dead eyes upon you.
Maybe we should investigate who that is, because that wasn't there just a second ago, right, guys?
Or, hear me out. Not our problem.
Yes. Wise words.
Did you get that thing
Usually-
I sent you, Micah?
Huh?
Did you get that thing I sent you?
What?
Check your Fantasy Grounds chat.
Oh, yeah, no, I disagree. I disagree. That is definitely our problem.
How
That
so?
I believe that's me hanging up there.
Well,
But it can't because I'm gonna touch him. I'm gonna pat him on the shoulder and like you're here, right? You are here and you can't be here and there.
Also, it just looks like some dude. Shaggy, dark hair, wearing a red shirt, brown pants.
You get that?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's me up there.
I don't think we should, in my opinion, touch it or to go near it, or even speak about it. Because we've already seen stuff like this. Remember the gravestone with somebody's names on it back a while back? Didn't touch with that. Nothing bad happened because of it. Just saying.
Yeah, but this could have something to do with me getting ripped in half by Strahd.
Is he ripped in half?
No,
Okay.
I suppose not.
I think I want to kind of walk up to the gallows and check to see if there's
Bad
anything,
idea.
magical that I could sense.
I'm going to stay here on the road, a safe distance away, while you all die.
So wise. You don't get an immediate sense of magic by walking up to the gallows. You do see a
Okay.
smelly gray body swinging from the gallows.
Yeah, Baloth, are you sure? You sure this is you? Because this doesn't look like you, and I feel like maybe there might be some magic at play here, but I can't really tell anything from where I'm standing.
So yeah, Valoth, it looks exactly like you. He's wearing your clothes. It's your identical clothes.
He's wearing my clothes, and it looks exactly like me.
Well, I mean, he's not, at least
You know what?
to me, but like,
You know what? I'm just gonna change into a completely different person because I'm a changeling, and then it won't look like me anymore.
That's true. It does not
It's
change.
one
Also,
solution.
Yeah, you were fine, guys. It's just my imagination getting to me.
Can I
Okay.
can I inspect Valoth to see if there's some sort of arcane something happening to him right now?
certainly. So as you go to examine the arcanic properties, for the briefest moment, you lose sight of him at all. He fades away into mist. You blink and he's back.
Huh. Uh. Okay. I don't like. I want to just walk away. I don't want. But now I'm also starting to feel like if we don't deal with this, it might hurt us at some point soon.
does anyone else also see this? Or is it just Jacob that sees it? Just Del.
It's just Del.
Just Del.
He vanished. He walked into the. I mean, he didn't walk. He just disappeared, even though he was still here. I don't know. I don't know
Baloth
if that has
just
to do.
disappeared?
He's here still. He like briefly.
Of course, I didn't see anything happen, but
Like it's almost like the kind of like a feeling I got when looking at the Strahd guy. I was looking at him, but it felt like I couldn't see him, and he wasn't there. But this time, I physically just like couldn't see him for a second. Then I don't know what's up with that.
so I think I'd like to. I'm gonna kind of beckon Archibald to come over with me, and I'm gonna like get up on the gallows and try to inspect it and the body a little more closely.
Yeah, I'll go with you. Go with you to look at the corpse.
Yeah, and I'd like to see if it has any sort of magical properties at all.
Okay,
So, I'm
so you're
gonna
just
check
going to
that.
look at the corpse with your eyes and enjoy the wonderful smell from being this close?
Yeah, and check if it's got any magic with that
You don't
23.
you don't sense any magic at all.
No magic.
I
Hey
don't know if
Valak, but I think you're just seeing things. There's it's kind of weird that this corpse just appeared here, but other than that, like it doesn't. There's nothing wrong about it. It's just a hanged man.
Okay, two
Uh,
two suggestions. One, we check on Rolesk. How's Rolesk doing? Is he Is he freaked
Well,
out by
Val-
this at all?
I mean, he looks fine. You want to examine him?
Yeah, I mean, is he seeing himself up there, or is he just seeing a hanged guy like we are?
He's seeing the same guy you are. He thinks.
Okay.
He thinks Val is crazy.
All right. Yeah, I would also like to examine him real quick, just to double check.
Seems totally normal.
Okay. The second suggestion. Raloth, buddy, friend, guy. Do you want to touch it? Just once. See what happens.
What?
Just touch your dead body. What's that could happen? You know, I don't know what's going on here. If we want to get to the bottom of it, you'll need to touch it. I think. Outside of that, who knows?
All right. What were you saying? I'm cutting out pretty bad for some reason.
You touch a hangman.
I don't like that idea.
Yeah, well, see, it's either that or we don't do anything about it because I don't know what else to do about it.
I'm gonna walk up and personally inspect this hanging man's.
Okay. You walk up to your corpse, swinging on the hangman's noose. It's a very unnerving, surreal experience. You cannot stand the scent. The closer you get to it, the more you wonder if it will ever wash off.
Yeah, no, that's me. That's me, homie.
Just touch it. Just poke it with I don't know something.
I'm gonna pull out the long sword that I got and just poke it a little bit.
Where
Think
are
that's
you
the
poking
long,
it?
like the chest.
Okay. So the sword sinks into the chest, sort of disgustingly. You pull the blade back, and it's covered with sort of a gray goo. The chest begins to sag as though it's made of liquid. The whole thing now starts to crumble like melting wax and pours into a vile stench, gray ooze upon the hangman's platform, seeping through the boards and into the soil. It is gone.
See, it was nothing. It's gone.
Nope, didn't like that.
It's gone. Look, it's gone. It's a good thing you didn't touch it.
You know, I think I'm not too concerned with this anymore. That's just kind of weird and super gross. So
Kinda
let's
gross, yeah.
leave.
I just want to be far away from here.
You wanna-
Can we
you
just
wanna
leave
just
far
walk
away
away?
from here?
Yeah, let's just walk away. Just walk away. Hey, how's that sword doing? Is it messed up at all, or
No, it's totally fine.
okay? Doesn't corrode metal. That's good.
Good.
Although, does he have a sword? I thought he's like doing the psychic blades thing.
He picked up
Yeah,
the
I
long
picked up-
sword from the death house.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that belongs. Yeah.
With the windmill and the handle.
Yeah.
And I
wonder if that was
technically have a
important.
rapier. too,
I wonder if that was important. Hey, is that like a windmill in the handle?
Yes.
We'll talk about that later. Let's go to Barovia.
Okay. Let's see if we have. I think we do. We do. Switching up the sounds here. 1 second.
I was ready for combat. I pulled up the combat tracker immediately when she said it started sagging and like becoming goo.
Oh, it's a very long picture.
It's a very long, strange picture. Tall shapes loom out of dense fog that surrounds everything. The muddy underfoot gives way to slick, wet cobblestones. tall shapes become recognizable as village dwellings. The windows of each house stare out from pools of blackness. No sound cuts the silence except for mournful sobbing that echoes through the streets from a distance.
Sobbing.
Sobbing. Sob, sob, sob.
Should we check that out, or should we go like to the inn and see if we can
I
find
think we
the
should
owner
just.
of these two?
Maybe we should ask them if they recognize their home or could lead us to it.
Fair point. Let's do that.
So as you ask the children, they reiterate that they would like to be taken to Ismark and Irina. I feel like there should be a little map of the town.
Let's see, and we do have to look for our arena anyways.
There we go.
So I guess we should just try to locate an inn then, yeah?
Clicking it in, ask them there, figure out what's going on. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've come in from sort of the bottom left. That road there that's at an angle above the compass.
Yep.
See, I can give you an icon to throw around here. Where would you like to go explore?
I think we should just walk down the road and try to find an inn. Maybe
Yeah.
look for any sort of distinguishing signs.
Somebody that can point us to these kids' parents, the people that they were asking to be taken to.
Or we can literally ask the first person we see. Is there anybody out in the streets right now?
So as you reach about here, you see a woman sobbing, like laying on the ground next to a house to the south, crying.
She's just on the ground, laying down, just in the middle of the street.
Yes, just sobbing her eyes out. The building directly to the south of what you could call the town square there is a store. The sign reads Thurldrath's Mercantile. Bill Drath's Mercantile. To the north is the Blood of the Vine Tavern.
Do we want to deal with the crying woman? I mean, somebody should talk to her, right? Who's good at talking? Faloth! Hey, buddy, you just had a pretty harrowing experience. You could probably sympathize with that, right?
Oh, I suppose.
So you want to approach the sobbing woman?
Yeah. And I'm gonna walk up and, ma'am, are you all right?
Who's there? She cries, sobs,
I'm
wails, painfully.
just a concerned citizen, just trying to make sure you're okay. I didn't mean any harm or ill intentions.
My baby! My baby! She sobs.
Baby, are you missing a child?
Gertruda! She's gone!
Oh no, we never asked their names, did we? Oh no, we did.
We did.
About how old is this child of yours?
Oh no.
Just a baby. So young. Too young to be alone.
Okay. So it's not these kids, guys.
Well, neither of our kids are named Gertruda, so yes, that is right.
Well, Do you have any information on when she disappeared or who might have taken her?
She broke out of the house a week ago. No one has seen her.
We broke out.
Yeah, like
The baby broke out of the house?
She did. She did. All I found was this. She holds out a strange looking doll. Stitched into the hem of its dress is a tag bearing the words, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky."
oh.
Hmm. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I can keep my eye out, and if I find your child, I will make sure to return it.
Oh, they'll never find her. They'll never find her. She never should have left the house.
Am I correct in assuming this is the first time you've seen that doll that you found?
First time for me, I believe.
No, her.
Oh.
No, sire. This was mine.
And where did you procure this doll, ma'am?
I purchased it from a little man with a funny hat.
See, it's not. It wasn't him. It was just, it wasn't
I,
Blinsky.
I bought it when I was younger than Gertruda. I passed it down to her when I could still hold her in my arms.
Well,
Um,
She sobs deeply and despondently.
yeah. Well, I need to go. So, if I, see your child, I will be sure to bring it back.
we're apparently really good at that. We've got another two over here.
She cries. Her
That's fair.
heart is broken because you won't find her baby.
All right. New thing on the docket. We gotta talk to the town guard or somebody to figure out what happened because she's in no condition to speak apparently.
Listen, we've already got more children than I want to take care of.
Right,
Let's
but
let one child at a time.
well, technically two.
One,
So
one child at a time. They're
okay, so you just
a
want to get rid of one?
package, they're a package entity right now.
Okay.
Yeah, let's worry about the children that we have right now.
All right.
And then we can worry about other children.
Yeah, that child's somewhere else right now. We can't do anything about it right this second.
Okay.
Now, I'm just gonna throw this thought out there because I don't know. But didn't we see a child, like an actual child, in the hag's house in the swamp?
We saw a baby that she called. I'm gonna bring him far enough away to where she can no longer hear us talking about this. She had an infant that she called Strahd, which is when you had the great idea to also try to be Strahd. So
Yeah.
I don't believe that would be her. What I could imagine to be a 3 or 4 year old child.
I've seen crazier things in this land.
You just see your hanging dead body, so like.
Yeah. Flashback to Nam.
Um, I see. I don't think the child was an actual infant. So I think that was just like a motherly.
No, the lady we just talked to, her child is not an infant. The child we saw at
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Witch in the Swamp way
Yeah.
back when with the glowy gem under her house was an actual infant. So they're not the same. Also, she lost her child like apparently a week ago. We've been traveling for like the better part of a week here from Valaki. Most like probably took us some time to get here.
Yeah. Um,
So the boy tugs on Rolesk's arm, directing you toward the tavern.
We're heading there. It's just some
I
things
think
have been happening.
let's worry about the children we've got first. Then we can sit down and discuss this other missing child.
Right to the tavern.
As you approach, a single shaft of light thrusts illumination into the main square, its brightness looking like a solid pillar in the heavy fog. Above the gaping doorway, a sign hangs precariously askew, proclaiming this to be the Blood on the Vine Tavern.
It's a lovely name. Very, very welcoming.
I guess we're just gonna head inside then.
Okay.
Yep, seems like the plan.
The tavern building is about 50 foot square. Inside, you see the barkeep, 3 Vistani, and a young man who looks like this.
Ismark, and was it Ismark one of the people we were supposed to be looking for the kids?
Yes.
Okay.
The children squeal in delight, run to him, each grabbing a leg. What? What is this? Oh my God! He hugs them gleefully. Children, what happened? Where have you been?
Well, we just so happened to pass through the windmill on our way from the town of Alaki, and we found them in this windmill. They were being held there by some hags.
Hey, by the way, don't buy the old lady's pie. It's not good
Well,
for you.
that's not a problem anymore, hopefully.
Don't do it.
Oh, those dream pastries. No, I assure you I would not. I understand they are the only hope you have of having a pleasant dream, but the price is too great.
How much was the price? Because we were offered some pastries, and the
Let
woman
me
who was
buy you
offering them
some
to us
wine,
at the first
he
one. Oh,
interrupts.
okay.
um, he waves the barkeep over. Eric, anything these fine men want, I'll pay. Children, come with me. He goes to lead them back to a room he has in the tavern.
They seem happy and content. And now we have a child slot open. Gertrude time? Or Gertruda? Should we ask the locals or should we wait?
It seems like this guy wants to talk to us, so let's hear out what he has to say.
So the barkeep brings a pitcher of wine and 5 copper cups. About 10 minutes later, the young man comes back. Yes. Thank you, Eric, he calls over. The man just sort of snorts and goes back to cleaning glasses. I'm sorry, I did not introduce myself. I am Ismark. He bows. Kolyanovich.
It's-
Very ungraciously bow back in what is my best attempt.
I'm just gonna wave.
My father was the burgomaster.
He was the burgomaster, or what happened to him as he passed?
He is. Yes.
Got it.
I could actually use some assistance with that particular problem.
Is the burgomaster or your father's passing?
Well, functionally speaking, I need an escort.
I don't offer those kind of services.
No, you misunderstand. My sister and I would like to bury our father. Um, However, certain parties seek to intercede.
Where exactly would you like to put him?
Well, the mansion is in the south of town, and the north on the north end holds the church. Um, we have already made all of the necessary arrangements.
Oh, just from one side of the town to the other?
Yes.
Oh. Oh, why would you need an escort through town? What? Well, you're leaving out some details here, but
He glances over at the Vistani, who are trying to look like they're not listening. Well, um, there's a history here. And it seems my sister is of special interest to the master of the land.
I am feeling kind of tired. We might want a room for the night. Um, is there any rooms available tonight?
Yes, absolutely. I'll arrange it, Ismark says.
Got it.
I would, of course, offer you to come and stay at the house, but it's presently a mausoleum.
That's fair. Would you
And tell me, is your sister, would she happen to be Irina?
Why, yes. Yes, she is.
I kind of want to lean into Kalu and be like, maybe we should talk not in the open where people are listening anymore.
I thought we were in our own room, like in a back room.
No,
Nope,
you're
nope.
you're in the.
We're in the
Oh,
main
okay.
we're in the main place. That's why I asked for a room. That way he could show us to the room and we could just talk to her. And then
So he comes back with an iron key. Here you go. I will cover any expense while you're here. He hands you the key to the room.
Would you like to show us where it is?
Certainly. Back this way. There are only 4 rooms in the back. One of them has the door closed. That's the door that Ismark led the children to. He gestures at the one beside it.
Got it. This is still in view of the people who were listening earlier.
Yes, it's possible to see the room from there.
Man, this tavern doesn't have a really good layout. All right. Is there someplace else you would like to further discuss details about any help you might need at a later time?
Well, if you could assist us, we would be eternally grateful. We really should put father in the ground.
I would want to hear more about why you need an escort from one side of the town to another, and it seems you are uncomfortable about talking about such details in such a public forum. So,
Well, I've already said it. The master doesn't want to see Irina's grief lifted, um, and he would seek to prevent the burial. We've attempted it once before and were accosted by creatures.
oh, okay, so we're just talking about it out here in open. Okay, cool. All right. I mean, what kind of creatures? If we're just gonna go full blown here, let's get into the dirty details right now.
Well, there were wolves.
Wolves are cool. You could take out, deal with wolves. That seems like anybody should be able to take care of a couple of wolves living in these parts.
Indeed. Sorry, I'm actually trying to find the listing now. Ah, yes, I cannot remember the shape that the other creatures took, as Mark says. That memory is very fuzzy. When I try to focus on it, all I can see are glowing red eyes.
Of course. Um, hmm. Could you not? Oh, probably not. I would need some time to think further on the matter with my fellows.
I understand. Anything you can do would greatly be appreciated, and then and I can, of course, help cover your expenses. Certainly, while you're in town. Um, have you, by any chance, been to Kresk?
Not ringing a
Crest,
bell.
we have not.
I see. Well, if you'd be interested in undertaking a trip after Father's buried, I would love to help cover your expenses for that as well. I have friends in Kresk, and I think as far as we can get Arena from the castle, uh, the better.
Hmm. Seems like it might be troublesome.
Perhaps you would give us the night to rest and consider your
Recuperate.
offer, and
Of
we
course.
would speak more of this in the morning.
Yes, certainly. I must see to the children. Um, I will speak to you in the morning.
Of course.
Okay.
Okay. So he
Tried.
bows out, heads into the room where the children are.
Okay.
One of the Vistani men tells the other a joke. They laugh, sort of looking in your direction.
I don't like them looking at me. I really don't. Coming to know what I know now, but that's just me.
um,
Ooh, you know what we haven't had it in our session yet? Good old tavern brawl.
Well, I don't think it will come to that. If we just ignore them. So I guess we'll just spend the night. And what do you think, guys? Do you think we should help him with this? We were sent here to look for Irina. Um, was she the one that was believed to have the gem?
She was one of the last people to see it, as far as I know. I don't know if. Well, we shouldn't. We should talk about this in the room. So I want to be in the room
Yeah.
talking about this, not out in.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
So yeah, I think she was one of the last people to see it. I don't know if he gave it to her, per se. I think it was more of an attempt to show it off, and then something went bad, and the gem was lost.
And if she could help us with this, then of course it would probably be wise of us uh to help her first so that she could help us.
Correct. See, here's the thing, though. Kresk is on the other side of Valaki, which means we would have to go through Valaki with Irina. And there are people in Valaki who have certain interests around Irina. So I don't know. Like,
I think that's a problem that we face if we get there.
it's not if we get there, it's when we get there.
You know what I mean, but more so, I think it would be important that we just get this gem back.
I feel like saving children that could possibly be important to her, and then helping her bury her dead father should be well and more than enough for her to give us a gem. We will just have to decide whether or not
Yeah,
it's
but
important for her
we
to
should
get away.
escort her first, and then is what I'm saying. We should definitely escort her and then figure out afterwards if
I
we'll escort her all the way to Kresk.
I
We have to bury her father first.
yeah, I didn't want to talk with him out there about the details of it, but he wouldn't catch the hint. I mm, I don't know.
I think we should bury the father.
I think we should do it.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Ready to fight the creatures of the night, apparently.
Yeah.
As ready as I'll ever be.
Uh,
Worst case, we have the thing.
Well, we don't. He thinks. If I don't know.
it seems like anyone that we've come in contact with recently has been able to tell that I have the gem or
Well,
have
who all
the locket.
we've
So
talked to a decent amount of people, and like only the hags really seem interested, right?
yeah, and they're like the only enemies we've talked to. So
We don't really get to talk to a lot of enemies. They're more like, yeah, die,
but then didn't wasn't Strahd also searching for this when he sort of picked through the souls of Valoth and Roalesk? Didn't they mention something along those lines?
I don't know if they really talked much about their traumatic experience outside the fact that they both technically died.
I got ripped in half.
That
Yeah,
And
and
then
we know that Roalesk lost his staff.
yeah, which was unfortunate, super duper unfortunate. Like we really could have used that staff like right then. But I digress. Um, is it is it sleepy time? Is it dark outside?
Yeah, you could sleep. I mean, it's never all that bright outside anyway, but
Is it dark for Barovia outside?
it is.
So we are decided on helping Ismark Do we want to look through the town for general goods, potion shop,
Well, didn't we
whatnot?
see a general goods
There is
store
one
across the
general
street?
goods, yeah, just like right there. But there's the whole rest of the town that we still haven't looked through. And we could ask Ismark about it too. Is
That's
that
true.
we want that on the docket and then talk about his father stuff?
Hmm.
Should
I
we?
think if we just hit the general store, and see if they have. I'm mostly worried about any potions. If they have potions, that's what I am interested in finding.
Well,
So,
Ismark being the tavern keeper should have information about all that, correct?
mhm.
So we could just ask him
Eric,
before we leave.
Eric Vistani is the tavern keeper. Ismark is just
Ah.
staying there.
Okay, I see. Thought when he was giving out orders earlier that made him the. Okay, I got it now.
He's the burgomaster's son.
Was the Burgermaster's son. Burgermaster died. That's who would play, right?
True and fair point.
He's got no power here.
That's why he wants his Morelda over in Koresk. Which I still think might be a bit of a hassle.
Irina.
Irina. It's basically
Uh,
Esmeralda at this point.
well, I think we should go to bed and we should check out the shop in the morning.
That's a plan!
Sounds like a plan, Stans.
Excellent. So the wine you had was good, and you sleep well. It's actually fairly comfortable night's sleep. However, Rolask awakens just at midnight and says something to the effect of, guys? Wakening the rest of you. You see that both Rolask and Valoth are glowing now, bright green, like the light from an elemental lantern. They're radiating bright green color.
How you feeling, buddy?
How bizarre.
You feel completely normal.
It's, what's it look like outside? Is it just a clear night? Well,
It
it's never
is,
a
but
clear
as you
night
look
here.
out the window, you see more bright green glowing light. The light outside the window is moving.
Is it something in the streets?
There is movement in the streets.
Uh,
What should we? This is a lot to deal
we
with,
shouldn't
guys.
we shouldn't ignore this, I think.
Should we not?
Yeah, I think we should go investigate.
No, I
We
don't
have
I think we need to
think we should
to.
ignore
investigate.
this.
What?
I think it's a
do we-
very bad idea to ignore this.
what is
I
really good?
think we need to investigate.
Probably better to investigate.
Fine. Let's go get in more danger.
As you exit the tavern, you see the eerie green light is suffusing from the graveyard. From this light emerges a ghostly procession. Wavering images of doughty women toting great swords, wood-wise men with slender bows, dwarves with glittering axes, and archaically dressed mages with beards and strange pointed hats. All these and more march forth from the graveyard, their numbers growing by the second.
We saw it. What do you want to do about it? I don't want to mess with out. But
Coming from the graveyard.
Yes, and they're marching through the town, down the road you came in.
is it the same green, or is theirs more like pale and see-through, while Valath and Rolesk are more corporeal?
Yes, but it is the exact same green color.
Mm,
So if these people are coming from the graveyard, do you think that means that they're dead?
That would be the fair assumption.
well,
Imagine.
you could assume we're dead too, but
Considering you have no pulse, yeah.
precisely.
Is there anybody else on the streets?
No. No, and you can't even see any light.
Now, hear me out here. What if this is just an occurrence people have come to live with? And if we mess with it, we might join it.
See,
I
that
don't want to
might
do
be the
that.
thing, but also I haven't come to live with it, so I don't know what's going on and would like to know what's going on.
Maybe the last people who touched it became part of it, and then nobody else touched it.
But
See, it
these
sounds
two
like
are glowing
you
green and
are
they've
the
never been to this
superstitious.
town.
So
I'm
the
just saying.
massive party of adventurers has all departed from Barovia. You can see the green glow off in the distance. They're headed for the castle.
It's a relatively bright light. Nobody else is really
Be
trying
part
to
of that if
notice
it's
it.
going to the castle.
It's going to the castle. Like,
Yeah.
do you really want to go mess with the castle?
I don't want to go to the castle. I don't want to follow them. I want to go where they came from.
I feel like that's also a bad idea, because what if they just come back and mess us up at that point?
So you want to go to the graveyard?
Yes.
We'll go to the graveyard.
Atop a slight rise against the roots of the pillar stone that supports Castle Ravenloft stands a gray, sagging edifice of stone and wood. The church has obviously weathered the assaults of evil for centuries on end and is worn and weary. A bell tower stands toward the back, and a flickering light shines through holes in a shingled roof. The rafters strain feebly against their load. As you approach the doors to the church, you see that the heavy wooden doors are covered with the claw marks of strange beasts and scarred by fire. The green glow is beginning to fade from your companions, and you can hear a muffled voice coming from underneath the church.
Can we make out any of what it's saying?
Yes. If you listen closely, the voice screams in agony. Father! I'm hungry, Father! And pounds.
Well, well.
That's
Is it
unfortunate.
If the glow is starting to fade, then we might not be able to search out what was causing it.
If you want to search out what was causing it, that screaming is probably the source. Let's go there.
I'd imagine that the screaming and agony is important in some way.
Yeah. So we probably should hurry, just in case whatever's causing them to glow green and what caused everything else to go to the castle is going to disappear or change in some way.
Can we use Valoth and Rolas as like a glowy sonar, like move them to different places and see if they get brighter?
They don't. Their glow is almost completely faded now.
Okay.
Is it so you said it came from underneath the church. Is it from like a cellar that we can see from the outside, or would we have to go inside and look for the way down?
You could do either.
Did we see a cellar entrance on our way through? perchance?
Hey, look, he's a church.
Hey, look, he's a church. All right, inside or around the outside, boys?
I think we should scout out the outside first to see if there's any underground entrance.
I agree.
All right.
Out to the outside.
Do you just want to have half us go one way and half to go the other way, just so take a quick look?
I think we should all
I think we all
travel
stick together.
Stick together. Okay. Clockwise or counterclockwise?
Archibald, you pick a direction.
Let's go
We'll follow
clockwise.
you.
Neat.
Up and around through here.
It looks like these are windows. Spooky.
Here's there's some sort of little shack or something back here.
So yeah, what is this building that we're coming up here that's detached?
The building is a shed. It contains rakes and such for maintaining the cemetery, which stretches out behind the church from here.
Do we still hear the
Okay.
screaming?
If you listen closely, you can. Yes,
Does it sound like it's coming from the shed or from the main building still?
from underneath the main building.
Good to know.
So let's keep moving.
The sound is muffled by earth and stone.
Alright, outside thoroughly scouted.
And it seems like there's no entrance to any
Well,
sort of
there's.
cellar.
I would imagine it's inside.
Yeah, so maybe just knock on the front door?
Are we gonna have a normal knock, a Archibald knock, or a Valoth knock?
I think
I
just
I
knock
think we do
off.
a breach and clear. Dell, me and you on either side of the door. Archibald goes in, and then we just get ready to hurt.
You just wanna go in loud?
I say going loud. Know why I was green. That is my main concern.
All right, Archibald, whenever you're ready, let's go in loud.
Alright. Time to kick down the door.
All right. Doors open to reveal a 10-foot wide, 20-foot high hall leading to a brightly lit chapel. The hall is unlit and reeks of mildew. 4 doors on each side of the hall lead to adjacent chambers. You see the chapel strewn with debris, and you hear a soft voice from within reciting a prayer. Suddenly, the prayer is blotted out by an inhuman scream that rises up from beneath the wooden floor. Father! I'm starving!
Well,
The chapel's in shambles, with overturned and broken pews littering the dusty floor. Dozens of candles mounted in candlesticks and candelabras light every dusty corner in a fervent attempt to rid the chapel of any shadows. At the far end of the church sits a claw-scarred altar, behind which kneels a priest in soiled vestments. Next to him hangs a long, thick rope that stretches up to the bell tower.
Hey, speaky speak boy, do the speaky thing.
do we want to have Rolex come in too, by the way?
Sure.
Hello.
The man finishes his prayer and looks up at you. Yes, sorry. Did Doru bother you?
Hmm, would he be the one who's screaming downstairs?
Yes. Yes, he is.
Well, he wasn't the original reason we came to this church. But once we heard him screaming, we were definitely more interested. But we've come here because our friends here just recently started and then stopped glowing green, and we saw many strange, similarly colored figures walking out of the village.
Maybe omit the green part next time.
Oh, my, the man says. Which of you were glowing?
Maybe omit the glowing green part next time.
I don't have a next time, so I'm just gonna point to Valoth and Rolesk and say, well, these two were, but we're not entirely certain why.
He approaches carefully. May I examine you? He asks Bella.
I carefully step forward,
They don't like this.
and I'm going to summon a psychic knife behind my back, ready for. Ouch.
Ah, I see. Were you slain by the master?
Well, not the master per se. I was slain by some dude. Then I had a vision of the master, and the master called me you and ripped me in half.
You can hear the young man screaming from down below. The old priest winces noticeably at the sound. Yes, I'm sorry. The procession every night at midnight. The fallen adventurers, the fallen heroes who've tried to slay Strahd before, rise and try one more time. Every night, every midnight. I
I'm gonna
don't
tap
know.
Kalu on the shoulder and be like, "See, told you. They just live with it."
I don't know why you're still walking around, but my boy, I think you're dead.
That's what I was afraid of. And then
there is one thing that might work.
might work, you'd say.
Well, it didn't work for my son. But I don't know. I have no way to get it down there and get it. However, I was given a magical stone to try and cure my son with. Um, it failed.
Is that who's below doing that?
Yes, he's not fed in some time.
Is that gonna happen to him eventually, or did it only happen once you tried doing whatever you did?
Well, he wasn't loose before the experiment. He's now running free about the Undercroft, and that changed. But no, he's been in his current state for 2 years ago. See, a man, wizard in black robes, came to Barovia from some faraway land and led a revolt. Many went to the castle that night. This wizard and my son. Um, none returned as they were.
You know, is do you want um peace for yours
I
for
pray
your
day and night for the knowledge to cure him of his affliction.
I'm gonna, with my telepathic capabilities, connect with Dell and tell him that if that ever happens to me, put an arrow in me, please.
I want to telepathically say I'm trying to do it for this poor fellow now. I just don't know the verbiage.
Do what you must.
Look, I'm gonna be straight with you here. It might just be better for him and you at this point to end him, cease his
No,
suffering.
no, never, no. The Morning Lord will deliver us. I have no doubt.
Morning? Who would that be?
The god of daylight? You've not heard of the Morning Lord?
No,
We
I can't
are.
say. Not lately. I'm
You
not
could
exactly well read.
call us strangers in a strange land.
I see. Well, though the light may have faded, I have no doubt that with the right cure, with the right potential, I can free my son of this curse.
Maybe perhaps before he hit this stage. But now it sounds like there's no coming back for him. Like he seems pretty far gone.
He
Is it he
suffers.
who did this around us?
No. No, that would be servants of the Master. He
Ah,
likes to torment me and young Irina. Have you spoken to the family? The burgomaster needs to be buried.
Yes, we have spoken with the son.
what
Ismark,
it,
great man, powerful. Not quite his father, but still.
what exactly was the circumstances of the late burgomaster's passing?
Um, he was slain by the Master, I am sure of it. Creatures
Just
hound her day and night. Strahd seeks to see that she gets no rest.
I still believe the best course of action to take for your son would be to put him at rest. I believe you're making him suffer needlessly at this point.
He's surprisingly resilient At times, when my strength faltered, I thought perhaps he would die. He has not eaten for at least a year.
What?
I will not allow him to feed. No matter how much he screams, he says into the floorboards.
Were it a contest of wills, I'm sure you and your son would have won by now. But it does not seem to be the case. This seems to be a more permanent matter. Now, you can, and I will fault you for it, leave him like this for as long as you wish. Uh, but you should do the right thing and end him. We could do.
Perhaps. Have you been to Kresk?
We have not been to Kresk yet.
There's an abbey there. Powerful men. They may have an answer to this problem. As well, I understand the bones of Saint Ander have gone missing, but that could potentially lead to a cure. There are so many possibilities. I will not surrender my son to doom. He's my only child.
Well, if we do pass through there, I guess we could ask. You said the bones of Ander and men at the Abbey are possible leads.
Yes, yes, and the gem that did not work. You may have it.
Where did you? You said just a man in a black robe gave it to you, and it was the man who led the rebellion.
No, no. Young Irina gave it to me
Oh,
years ago.
she gave you a gem. Is it glowing
It,
profusely? You might
it
say.
yes, it uh, it has magical powers. It seemed to have been medicinal in nature, but it did nothing to lift his curse.
There's
Yeah, this was like an amber gem.
green almost maybe.
Yes, glowing rock. Yes, as I said, it failed.
Where is it? Is it down there?
I'm afraid it is. Yes.
Okay. If I go down there and your son comes at me, I am going to end him.
I can't allow that. Doru is starving. He'll throw himself at anyone who opens that door.
Okay, so you can't give me the gem.
I I possibly could go down there and get the gem. I have no
That's a big
qualms
no.
with allowing you curing your son.
That we would cure his son, but I wanted to put the gem.
Perhaps we should work to cure his son first, and then procure the gem afterwards.
So, okay. All right. So,
I would be eager to see if there's a cure for this ailment of death.
we don't even know if he has the same thing you have.
Mm, but I'd rather not find out the hard way.
Fair. Anyways, we were talking with Ismark about the burial of the late Burgermaster. That would be taking place here, I presume, yes?
Yes, the arrangements have all been made. The grave is dug. The rites ready. We can ensure his soul rests.
Good. That basically takes care of everything I was gonna ask about it. Do you remember a previous attempt at a burial?
They've not successfully been able to bring him to the cemetery. Strahd sends wolves and ghouls. when they try.
Ghouls. Ghouls, you say? What is? Do you have any information about these ghouls?
Flesh-eating creatures formerly alive, no longer.
Neat. Are they humanoid? I've never seen a ghoul. I have no idea what they look like. Need to know what I'm looking for if we're going to help.
Yes, again, the gaunt, stretched skin, sharp teeth. Horrific to look upon. Many can't even remember what they look like. The Master has the power of deceit on his side. The Morning Lord gives me true sight.
Got it.
I think it would be wise, yes, before any actions occur that cannot be undone. Let's bury the Burgomaster. That we agree upon, do we not?
Yes.
I find that agreeable, yes.
As long as the young master downstairs will not make any problems, that is fair.
He cannot escape. I've made sure of that.
Then I'm cool with it.
The battle must be over.
Is it an actual battle, or
I'm
is it just
sorry.
like a phantom battle?
The Master's creatures all ignore the ghosts as they attack the castle. They do it every night. I've watched them. I've gone so far as to the drawbridge to see them assault. Attempting to do in death what they could not do in life. I wish they could. Someone should stop him.
Yeah, it's someone probably should. Someone more powerful than us at the moment.
Perhaps. Well, if there's anything else I can do, you can find me here. I sleep only briefly and pray for my son.
Well, yes, well, we believe we might actually be returning shortly in the morning, as we've actually promised to help bury the Burgomaster's body.
Have we promised? I thought we were. I'll like go talk about more details.
We have to.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
He gestures what the holy symbol is to bless you and smiles.
Does his holy symbol look like our big fancy one?
It does not. It's a
Good to know.
Looks
bright
like a
sun,
normal.
but it's more wispy sun.
Got it. I wasn't seeing if it was another one. I just wanted to see if they were reminiscent of each other.
Well, I guess at this point, it seems we might want to just head back to the inn and rest up for the night.
Yeah, you found your source of green glowy men.
Okay. So he goes back to his prayers.
Right?
And
Okay.
rests for the remainder of the night without event.
Okay.
How come everywhere we go, the first night's always just a hassle?
Weird, right? Okay. Well, I believe we're at a good stopping point. for the night?
That's fair.
Suppose we'll call it here. I want to thank everybody who's following the stream for this so far, and we'll see you next time.